Hello and welcome to the 44th episode of Williams Whiteboard. As I always do, I'd like to take a quick moment just to say thank you to all of you that have come by, watched the videos, left comments, likes, and shares. I really appreciate the shares. So on today's 44th episode, I want to talk about the key to doing. Yes, I want to talk about the motivations or the things that hold us back, and then the motivations in terms of the key to doing. So earlier this week, I had one of my coaching clients ask me the question, what is it about knowing versus doing that is hanging people up? Okay, there's a big chasm, if you will, between knowing something and doing something. And my mind went directly to the concept of knowledge and kind of knowledge information sharing. In this day and age, when you think about the plethora of knowledge opportunities and channels, communication channels and knowledge channels for information to flow, it is my belief, especially with smartphones, laptops, iPads, that not knowing in this day and age is a choice, okay? Because there are so many ways to know, okay? But the chasm of crossing that barrier, that moat between knowing and doing is where all the action is. Therefore, the power is in the doing. Okay? The power is really in the doing. Now, because we know that, we know there must be some barriers to doing. There has to be some things that are stopping us from getting from knowledge, from having, once we have the knowledge or some knowledge, to then execution. Here are a couple things that I think are barriers to the doing. Fear of the unknown. Okay? Fear of the unknown is a barrier to getting going and making things happen. We don't have perfect knowledge. Okay? The second is fear of the known. Okay? That we know what the information is, and there still is some reluctancy to go forward. Okay? So the fear of the unknown and the fear of the known are just as powerful, one way or the other. I think the third is less than 100% knowledge. Okay? That we think we're missing something, that there's the boogeyman around the corner. And if we don't have 100% knowledge, then somehow it's not worth it to go forward. Okay? Here's another idea I think is a barrier to doing. It's the concept of only one bite at the apple. Okay? When we have only one bite at the apple, meaning it's got to be perfect, we're only going to get one shot, that is a barrier to doing, okay? To making things happen because it's got to be perfect. We're only going to get one shot. Therefore, we must have perfect knowledge because we're only going to get one shot. Okay, I think that is a barrier to doing. Here's another barrier to doing. External critiques. Okay? External critiques. What people think about us and our actions and our priorities and our results. The external critiques are really, really powerful, but they are very detrimental to progress. Here's the second one. Internal critiques. Okay? What we think about ourselves, okay? And how successful we think we're going to be. All of these are, in my opinion, barriers to doing. Here's what I think is the key to doing. Okay? There's a key to doing. 2 keys. 1, guts. Guts. It takes guts to step out. It takes guts to know that you might only have one bite of the apple, but rarely do we have multiple times to get it right. An iterative approach. Okay? It takes guts to move in spite of the fear of the unknown. It takes even more guts to move in front of the fear, or move forward with the fear of the known. You know the boogeyman's around the corner and you gotta go anywhere. It takes guts. The second key to doing is baby steps. Baby steps. It's the baby steps that allow us to move out a little bit, learn, get new information, iterate, take a next step. Take a next step, learn, process, okay? Analyze the environment, get some more information, move from the unknown to the known, okay? Move from the external critiques to now you being in control of your own critiques. And if you've got the guts to move out, the baby steps work. Doing is where the power is. There's a plethora of knowledge. Okay, knowledge is almost omnipresent. It's free. We're tripping over knowledge now. Okay, so not knowing is almost a choice, but the doing takes guts. Make it happen. Go forward. Do it anyway. Realize the fear. Realize the risk. Mitigate as much as you can, and then take baby steps. This is William's whiteboard, and this is the concept of keys to doing. Give me some thoughts on this. Maybe there are some other barriers that we should be talking about. And more importantly, if there are some more keys to getting things done, share the keys to getting things done with me. I'm going to take my own medicine on this one. I've been working on a project and talking about a project for a long time, weeks, if not months. And I've touched all of these barriers, but I just got my guts transplant and I'm ready to go. And therefore, today we're taking baby steps. Thank you so very much for your time. And as I always say, when you're chewing on a problem and you don't know what to do, grab a whiteboard and a couple markers and get after it. All the best to you, and be well.